Word up, you cool cats. It's Queer Edge time again. My name is Jett, and the Queer Edge is the show that is poisoning our culture. That is true. That's according to our friends over at Accuracy in Media, a conservative media watchdog group.
What are you doing?
And I do mean watch, and I do mean dog. I gotta tell you this, life, I want to get serious if I can for a minute. Serious. Life has been hard for all of us, since the demise of the television show Friends. I mean, we all must ask ourselves questions like, how would Phoebe have handled the Terry Schiavo media circus? Serious. Would Joy have done some crossover work with the Fear Factor? Eventually, would they have all fucked each other and ended up in an incestuous relationships, giving birth to inbred children who are not only siblings, but cousins as well? Would Ross have become a rabbi who enjoyed sex with his flock of sheep? Would Matthew Perry have ever realized that his acting totally sucked and he was much better off just popping the bikes? And don't we all, and this is so true, don't we all pay just a bit more attention to the sheen in our hair? Thanks, Rach. Appreciate it. And who could forget Courtney Cox?
Reality.
Well, perhaps we all did. And that is what saddens me the most. How do we, the non-entities in the non-televised world, continue on our pathetic, meaningless life? And why should we? Somehow we seem to hobble through life as if we're missing a limb or two. Like we're partially blind, as if we've lost even our sense of taste. And I'm telling you this, and I'm serious as a heart attack on this one.
This is my
I may never drink another double latte decaf mochaccino until the entire cast of Friends returns to Central Perk. That's serious. Tonight's show is a Queer Edge version of Friends because we're coming to you live from a bathhouse in Burbank. And our bathhouse buddy this evening and for the next 8 weeks is comedian / singer / legend, Miss Sandra Bernhard. Pretty freaking incredible. Yep. We also have MARC CHRISTIAN, who is was Rock Hudson's companion. He's also an author and a musicologist. Also, Joel Tucker is here. He owns and operates jtstockroom.com, which is my favorite place to buy all my bondage gear for the portly. I'm also so excited about our musical guest tonight because we have the Biggin sounds of Jim Bianco and his band. And our radiant rump shakers, the Barbarellas, are here to shake it, baby. Yeah. So, Queer Edgers, I want you to say it loud, and I want you to say it proud, because if it ain't broke, break it! That's right, because we Queer Edgers, we are... go!
Welcome to the Queer Edge with Jackie Jett. Now, come on out!
And I know I know within my own demented mind that all of that applause was due to my vibrant personality and had nothing to do with the sexy women in latex. How amazing is this? I'm telling you, this is what makes me really jealous. Is because these two girls could get laid 24/7 if they want to. And I'm believing that they want to. Am I right? In a way there. Anyway, they're gorgeous. They're my Barbarellas, and I love them dearly. And believe it or not, to make matters worse, they're really smart. Who could figure that? Yeah, who would have ever known that? Anyway, I don't want to waste any time because she was here last night, and believe it or not, she came back. She came back. She's the queen of the queers, goddess of the gays. Please welcome the hilarious Sandra Bernhard. That was good. That was good. Do you know what? You may be pregnant now. You may... That was the closest my little weenie came to a vagina in a long time. Are you zipping that now? Do you want a cigarette?
My penis fell out of my pants.
Oh, yeah, that happens to be a lot.
I had a ball today. By the way, I think we might get Ariana Huffington down here.
We love that. Sandra had lunch today with Ariana Huffington, who we all love.
She approached me about doing some vid casting. It's a whole, you know, she has her blog site.
Yes, and
the Huffington Post.
And she writes like in all
like
the papers.
Like a maniac. Yeah. And anyways, they're taking it to the next level with Yahoo, and they might want me to be the face of their vid blog.
You're kidding.
No, it was crazy.
See, here's the amazing thing, and this shows the power of not only Jackie Jett, but the power of my penis.
Yes.
Is that Sandra Bernhard appears on the Queer Edge for only a few days, and already gigs are coming out of the woodwork.
Like a souffle. She's folding in a layer of whipped eggs, omega-3, enriched eggs, brain power, brilliance, reflection of society, culture, politico, fashionista.
That is you, honey. And you know what? You may never, ever have to go back to playing in Oklahoma as Aunt Eller again. We may have saved you.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. I'm sitting on my hands right now because my hands are so dry from the San Andreas fault winds.
Oh, really?
They're dry as...
Look at this. Can we turn around and look at this photo of Sandra back here?
Oh, honey.
That is so, and especially with that backdrop.
That is divine.
That is so neatly O'Hara.
That's from Without You, I'm Nothing.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah, it's a still from Without You, I'm Nothing.
I got to tell you this. You did Without You, I'm Nothing, and also I'm Still Here, Damn.
Yes.
I'm Still Here, Damn It.
Yes.
And
Without You, I'm Nothing was one of my seminal performances. There I am between the two. Look at the lady before she had her baby. Her face was so cut up and like chiseled, and now she's just like a Jew from Long Island. See, the real Deb Messing came out.
Who's this blonde chick over here?
That is, I don't know. Who the hell is that?
Man, Sandy, you just hang out with all this lip.
Look at me though. Look at me. Very mushy, very like Middle Eastern-ish. You know, I could be anything.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Not a good photo, honey.
They don't like that photo of me?
I don't like that photo of you. No.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. Well,
usually I'm highly critical.
What you think.
I'm highly critical.
It matters what I think.
And what is it about it you don't like?
I just don't. I think it's just... This shot right here, these are the shots. This is when you were 18 months pregnant.
Honey, that's when little tiny Cicely Yassine Bernhard was brooming.
That was when that was the show to where I swear when you went to see it, you could actually see Sandra's baby starting to come out.
Yeah.
It was like eking out. And she, being the showbiz pro that she is, continued on with that production, even as that baby was like sticking a hand out going, Mommy,
She was
it's
waving.
time.
She was waving. What about me, Mom?
Yeah,
I'm
what about
fabulous.
me? And Sandy's like, I got a freaking show to do. Shut up, kid. That's the way it works.
I never had to do that with Cicely. She's always understood. When she was 3 years old, she was watching me put on my makeup. She goes, Mommy's putting on her work lips.
Oh, how smart she is.
She's a doll. You would love her.
There we go again, Sandra Bernhard.
Oh, I love that. You must have bought that on eBay, because look how I've signed it.
Uh-huh.
Although that looks like a forgery.
Did you, inside, were there any,
Oh, honey, yeah, you don't have the actual, you don't have it
Did you
here.
show some titty?
Oh, I showed titty. I showed Bush.
You did?
And not GW.
Okay, well, we're going to talk more about that, because the whole show tonight
Is news,
about
news.
sex. It's about sex. But right now, to get it started, I mean, who could be more sexy than Rob Williams?
Nobody.
I mean, he is like, so many people compare him to Brad Pitt. And I don't get it. I think he's more Heath Ledger.
Angelina couldn't help herself with him.
Yeah. So let's say,
she wouldn't know what to
a big
do.
welcome to Rob Williams with some news from the very edge of life. Take it away.
Hello and welcome to the news from the edge. The CIA has been leaking like a dollar store diaper, and the Bush administration is apoplectic about it. One of the spooks at the CIA is talking, and now we know about secret interrogation prisons, Bush authorizing the NSA to eavesdrop, and how this season of 24 is going to end. Turns out it's all been a dream. Jack Bauer is Tyler Durden. It's all Fight Club, man. Fight Club. Yeah. Bush said the leaks showed a disregard for national security, but Bush has a disregard for civil liberties, so it's a push. In Pensacola, Florida, the highway was stopped for hours yesterday when a tour bus overturned. The carnival workers inside included a bearded lady, a pinhead, and a midget. Authorities say that this particular highway corridor is usually quite safe and that this was just a freak accident. It had me howling. Senator Ted Kennedy is soon to release a children's book about his dog, whose name is Splash. Apparently, the senator, whose greatest controversy was the accidental drowning of a girlfriend, missed the irony of having a dog named Splash. In a related story, the Clintons got a potbelly pig named Blowjob. Come here, Blowjob. Sit. Good, Blowjob. Good. We recently found a website called inspotla.org, which allows a person to give an anonymous notification to another person that they may have given them a sexually transmitted disease. This replaces the current most popular method, a singing telegram from Planned Parenthood, which goes like this.
Chlamydia, chlamydia, oh, you've got chlamydia, chlamydia you got from me. It's a bacterial STD, you can tell you're not well 'cause it burns when you pee. But with antibiotics, you'll be well in 2 weeks. You can easily treat chlamydia.
Wouldn't it almost be worth getting chlamydia to have that show up at your door, though, truthfully? I think I prefer the old method. Softens the blow. Spoonful of sugar. Anyway. There was quite the hubbub this week over a comment made by part of the Olympic team. For the current situation, here's our sports reporter, David DeAngelis. David D.
Hey there, Rob. I'm here in Turin, Italy, and the Olympic Village is abuzz. American skier Bodie Miller has just apologized for the apology he made last week. As you may recall, Miller created quite a stir when he revealed on the 60 Minutes that he has ski drunk. He recently apologized for his behavior. He has now apologized for the apology, citing intense pressure from his bros on the ski team, who called him a Snow White Uncle Tom and a bit of a pussy. To quote Miller, "There are no trees or obstacles on the downhill course, so the chances of me Sonny Bonoing it while hammered on vodka and Red Bull are slim." The captain of the U.S. snowboard team stated, "Skiers are a bunch of candy asses when it comes to substance abuse. Snowboarders have been puffing blunts and chewing shrooms for a decade. I mean, how else could they come up with moves like the 760 McTwist, Huck Boom, Half Cab, Gay Diddle, Backside Fakey Reach Around?" He also stated the worst substance-abusing athletes are those teenage figure skating girls. Quote, those little bitches are hopped up on diet pills and X-Lax. They'll cut you. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, I'm Rob Williams, and that's the Edge of the News. We'll be right back with more Jack and Sandra on the Queer Edge.
Hey, Sandra, did you notice we have a studio audience tonight?
I
Isn't that
love
cool?
it.
We're very proud of them.
They're fantastic.
Very proud of them.
Yes.
Because it's great when perverts assemble to become
Yeah,
one.
I think it's fantastic.
Yes, long
I
live
like the
pervies.
energy. I like the
yeah,
energy.
Yeah, I do too. Sandra, you know, speaking of energy, you just came off the road being a road doggy with Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, God. You know, it
How
could have
many
been so
cities?
much better.
How many cities did you guys do?
We did 10 altogether.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I love Cyndi. She's, you know, she's an icon. She's,
Yeah.
you know, she's up there with the greats.
Yeah, she is.
And she puts on a hell of a show every night. But
One
you
of
know,
the best shows out there.
one of the best
Her
shows.
voice is incredible.
But it could have been a little tighter. The ship could have been run a little tighter. That's just my only complaint about it.
Right.
It's not like this show where everything is just.
But you know, the thing is that isn't it? It seems like a weird thing that you're, because you're like on the same level as Cyndi
Well, it really
Lauper.
wasn't an opening because they had this other chick. You know, I kissed a girl. What's her name? I'm blanking on her name. Jill Sobule.
Okay.
She opened, and that was kind of weird because she does like funny songs, and I was like out backstage going, I don't need this fucking funny song singing bitch going on before me. And then I'm gonna go on, and I had to use Cindy's band because I couldn't bring my own band, and I sang. The whole thing got a little watered down and weird. You know, there wasn't enough focus.
Is that the first time you've done that type of touring?
Yeah. I went on the road a couple of nights with Chrissy Hine and the Pretenders. Then I did Lilith Tour, the Lilith
Right.
Fair Tour. I did about 5 or 6 dates on that.
It's hard being on the road, isn't it?
Yeah,
traveling and
this
moving
was hard.
and traveling.
This was hard. I didn't like it. It was
Yeah.
like a lot of driving and schlepping and
Yeah,
you know,
I've done it before.
bad food.
It's exhausting.
You know, let's call a spade a spade. When you leave the major cities, there is nothing to eat in this country.
There's not.
It is no wonder that people are portly and unhealthy and on Lipitor because there's nothing but crap
I know.
out there.
You have got to get off that Lipitor, honey.
I know, I'm trying.
Just take extra OxyContin. I think it'll serve
It'll
the same
balance
purpose.
out.
It'll balance out. This past weekend, Las Vegas played host to the Adult Video Expo. And I went last year. The Adult Video Awards are fantastic because porn stars, I got to tell you, are the most honest people on this planet. Anyway, our very own leather daddy, Rob Williams, stud puppet that he is, was there capturing every intriguing moment. So let's take a look at this and see what Rob has to offer.
The good people here at Cult, they've outfitted me up so that I can walk around the gay side of this AVN Awards thing. So I'm going to walk around and like make some friends here. Thanks very much for sharing.
Absolutely.
Can you describe exactly what it is I have on?
You've got the Colt top harness on up here, and you've got the leather underwear with the front zip.
With the front zip.
So make sure it's zipped all the way up there.
Oh, you're right. It's coming down.
You don't want everything falling out.
Yeah. We must be demure. Show 'em the guns. Show 'em the guns. I'm much more butch than I am. I get a lot of people now waving at me and pointing and taking pictures, so I feel a little bit more comfortable. Having this outfit on makes me want to walk more like a Texan. Now, a Texas walk, you got to get your butt out a little bit, your belly out a little bit, and you kind of lean it from hip to hip. It's very John Wayne. I bet I can get some guy to slow dance with me in this outfit. So we're looking for some guy who would be willing to slow dance with me in this outfit.
That's not me.
No? All right, man, it's funny. No? Yeah. All right, not funny to him.
Say is this: if cult models does not hire that man, they do not know what they're missing. That is one of the studliest cult models I have seen.
That was hot.
That was hot.
Hot.
That's hot. That's hot. That
H-A-U-T-E.
Yes,
hot.
I might even go masturbate to that a bit later. Listen, we're going to bring someone out here who is, I got to tell you, has been a friend of mine forever and ever and ever. You may know him or remember him from being in the news because he was Rock Hudson's lover at the time of Rock Hudson's death. He's much more than that, though. He is a musicologist and also an author. He's also a really cool dude. Please say hello to MARC CHRISTIAN.
Wish I knew how to quit you, Jack.
Oh, you can quit me anytime, baby.
I could never quit you.
Hi, baby.
Have a seat there. We have...
Like the outfit?
I like the outfit,
That's
yeah.
I borrowed it
hysterical.
from Katie Lang.
Good one. MARC CHRISTIAN's become a comedian.
Big bone gal.
Mark, welcome to
Very
the show.
funny.
Here, we need to get something cleared up right away. You know, this accuracy in media report that came out a couple of weeks ago, remind you, accuracy.
Yes, we've been talking about it.
Basically, they said in their report that, you know, one of the reasons I'm poisoning our culture is that I have had on a female-to-male transsexual porn star, and I had also had on MARC CHRISTIAN, whose lover, Rock Hudson, had died of AIDS. Well, the fact of the matter is, Mark has never been on this show. So, as far as the accuracy in media, they were a little bit on the inaccurate side.
Yeah, they're a little bit inaccurate.
And Mark, who never, ever, ever, ever does television, decided to help because he's such a giver for right-wing causes.
Yeah.
He wanted to make the right wing feel good, so he's decided to come on our show.
Made the right decision for the right wing.
Right decision for the right wing.
At the right time.
At the right time, and now he's on our show, and they can now say, yes, this makes the show. He is helping us to poison the society that we live in. And, thank you, Mark, for that.
Bravo.
Well, this is the first for me, Jack.
Okay. Here's what I want to get into. Mark and I go way back. Mark became lovers with Rock Hudson when I knew. And what year was it that you guys became? And how did you meet?
We met in 1982, shortly after the Gore Vidal campaign. I was Gore's assistant and advance man, and I met Rock shortly after that. So, oh yeah, I love Gore. And so we met then. And actually, I met you about that time.
Right. And now, what was it? And at that very time, I was going out with Tom Tryon.
Exactly.
An actor who played the Cardinal and wrote the book The Other. And
Harvest Home.
Harvest Home, right. So I was dating an older gentleman. I was young at that time. Too.
I feel so out of the loop.
Yeah. Well,
you
you're
know,
a chick.
You don't realize
You're a
this,
chick.
but
That's to be expected.
when I met Jack,
Yeah. And so, so Rock and Mark were together for quite a long time.
How long
And
were you together?
3 years.
And then, unfortunately,
You know, I found out he had AIDS.
how?
Watching it on TV in his living room.
Right.
And what did he say?
Oh, he was pretty much out of it by then.
It was he just
Well,
found out
what did you think was wrong with him?
I thought he had cancer, and I asked him about AIDS, and he said, "I don't have the plague. I've been checked for it."
Yeah, and I was there, Sandra, during this whole thing, and the whole thing was that we were going, why is Rock losing weight? And he was saying, first it was anorexia.
Right.
Remember he told us he had anorexia, he had been in Israel shooting a film, he had lost a lot of weight.
He'd eaten a lot of pita and a lot of hummus.
Yes, and we were going, what is
falafels.
yeah, it's not right. And then, then the shit hit the fan. And with that line, the shit hit the fan, we're going to go to a commercial break and come back and talk about more of this.
Yeah.
Because
we're coming back to this.
Yeah, because this
we're not jumping around and doing a bunch of Hazari and Michigan. I want to finish this conversation.
Yeah, this is a conversation.
Yes.
And we'll be right back after this, so stay tuned. Buy the products if you want to hear the ending of this story. Before we get into the horrendous demise of Rock Hudson, I want to say that he was a friend of mine. I wasn't as close to him as Mark, but I want to say that he was one of the coolest, most fun guys to go out and party with.
The three of us were a team. We'd go out all the time together.
And there were times we would go and Rock loved his scotch.
Oh yeah.
And
Scotch on the rocks.
And Daddy Jack loved his beer. And there was one time where you tell the story.
Well, we went to the Rose Tattoo, which was underneath Studio One at the time.
Oh,
right.
God.
Now it's called The Factory.
Yes.
And on Monday nights, they had talent night. And people would get up and sing, and some were really good and some were really awful. We had to contain ourselves.
Right.
Well, Jack and Rock and I, we were sitting together, and just to my left, this older gentleman came up and started hitting on me. And I kept saying to him, "Sorry, I'm with somebody." And then he turned to Jack and started hitting on Jack. And Jack said the same thing. "I'm sorry, I'm not available." Then the guy turned to me and says, "I know who you're sitting with." And I said, "Who?" And he goes, "That has-been broken-down actor from Universal." Well, a second later, Rock's scotch left his hand and ended up in the guy's face, courteous of me. And he says, "I'm going to throw you guys out of here." Well, the thing is, he got thrown out. Rock was
it was one of the best bitch fights.
Was it somebody who was in the business?
I have no idea.
We never figured it out.
It was just, we never figured it out.
I love the has-been from Universal.
Yeah.
I mean, that is genius.
It was so bitchy. But the whole thing then became, because I know for a fact how much Rock loved Mark. And that was, he would say it to me almost on a daily basis. But one of the things I want to share with people is Rock had a fascination with the color of people's assholes. Can we talk about that on TV?
I haven't. Yes, I have. Can I tell the audience? This is the first time I've ever been interviewed by someone I had an affair with.
Okay. Yeah. Mark and I, in all honesty, used to have an affair.
Yeah.
And we know
before
the
I met
color
Rock
of each other.
The two of you had an affair.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know where
I'm
we
really
met?
out of the loop.
Oh.
Wow. That just woke me up. Good. I'm like, what?
But Rock did. He was fascinated with, and he called me one night, and he wanted to know certain people he had met, whether I knew whether it was a pink or a brown. And that was
a brownie.
A brownie or a pinky.
Winky.
That was his thing. And
what did he like?
I think he preferred pink.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he preferred pink.
Oh.
But Anyway, we're going to talk about this more because
No, we're not, because we have to move on to other things.
We're moving on to other things, but trust me, now
The next dude is the king of kink and is introducing a new line of leather and latex wear, pinky latex tushy wear, exclusively on the Queer Edge. He's brought some of his designs with him, and I can hardly wait to see them. Please welcome from jistockroom.com, Joel Tucker.
Come on out, Joel Tucker. How are you, sir? Come on down.
Jack.
You're a mighty handsome thing.
How are you, man?
Sit down, that's Mark
dude.
Christian.
I love these brought out. Look at your bag. That's chic.
That is. Put this
See,
on
I
the
would carry
table.
that.
The kinky doctor bag.
That
You know
is
who would
not.
like that? Is Anna Wintour.
That's very cool.
Like, nobody knows who Anna Wintour is. That's a good,
Would
healthy
you carry
sign.
some? Would you
yeah,
carry-
I would carry something like
You
this.
should get Sandra Bernhard one of those
I think,
because
can I open it yet, or is it
could,
surprises?
We have our own designer. His name's Joey Sanchez, and that was the first
Joey
thing he designed for
Sanchez,
us.
honey, I could really get behind this. What are these little gifties?
Yeah.
A CB3000. What is it? Some sort of like a thing? It
think
ain't
open it-
chocolates.
Hey, open it up and find out,
It kind
Sandy.
of looks like chocolates, though.
Have any of these things been used on
No.
anything? Ugh. Is this some sort of a penis imprisonment?
Exactly.
What is this?
She's a-
It
she's a
takes
natural expert.
It
I'm
takes
sure
a,
she is.
look, it will take a penis and bend it down back. Well, maybe it's just like the.
And
I don't
what,
know.
What would be the point of that? Why would anyone?
Why would why would anyone want to imprison a penis with a tiny lock?
We're going to sell about 300 of these today.
You're gonna, because I'm questioning it.
Now, turn around for a second. Have you ever seen a man without a penis?
I love this.
Look at this
slut.
behind you. Huh?
Yes,
How
I've
nasty.
seen many men without
it that way.
penises.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
I don't
looking like
remember it
that.
that
I
way.
thought this said
But
tush,
I gotta
but it
say
says
this,
slut.
it makes me feel better about my own.
Fuck you, bitch.
That does.
Fuck you.
Look what it says.
I know it says slut, but I was hoping it said
Or it will
tush.
say after you.
Slush. It'll say slush.
Okay,
Tool.
now
Okay,
you brought
tools.
some. Here's
Oh, I
what's
love
going to happen.
this. This doesn't look fresh.
No, and in fact, there's something a little. I'm not sure what
There's
that.
gelatinous and glossy.
Yeah, the little gelato there.
We would not bring you used gear.
Woo, spank you tushies.
Please tell me that that's
Hurt your tushy.
PETA correct. We're going to bring out some judges because what we have is a latex
Oh, wait a
fashion
minute. Is
show.
this them to insert in the tuchus?
Yes, I'll tell you what that's about later.
That'll give you a tail.
Yeah, that'll give you a tell.
Oh, lovely.
Let's bring on our new. Oh, here we go. Come out here. You're going to judge. You guys are going to sit.
You're going to judge? You're going to stand here and judge? Like you're a judge of something?
Yes, like Supreme Court, like the Supreme Court judge, Judge Alito.
Oh my God, there's all sorts of prickery things in here. What is that all about?
That's a ball stretcher.
Get up here. Okay, what is your name, young
It
lady?
won't fit you.
No, it certainly won't.
Veronica from San Francisco, and what is your name?
I'm Layden from Orlando.
You're Laden.
Laden and
Layden.
burden.
Bin Laden? Bin Laden?
No.
Osama Bin Laden? I don't know
Lighten
what
your
I'm talking
load
about.
with
Okay, so here, did someone give you guys some cards? Because what we want you to tell us
Grab it.
what the best fashion we have going here. So I'm going to let you introduce can we bring out our first model? Bring out our first model. Oh, what is this? Oh, look who's bringing in. Thank you, Jesus. You're welcome. Jesus is working as a PA today.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank
He
you.
needs some extra work. He built this. He's a great carpenter. That Jesus, and he's in the business of building strip poles.
It's
now.
not just wood anymore.
No, it's not just wood anymore.
Is this a little vibrator?
Yeah.
Sandra, pay attention to the show. Get out of the dildo bag for a moment, and you're
It's
having the
unpowered.
show.
Oh, it's unpowered.
Hello. We're doing a show here. She's like
lost.
finding all of her
She's
toys.
lost.
Okay, here we go. Let's bring out the first. Come here. Here we go.
Oh.
Can you describe this for us? Come on.
This is all leather and latex gear from stockroom.com. We've got a latex skirt and a black leather top. And then we've got it accessorized, looks like with a pair of red leather wrist cuffs and a riding crop.
Cool.
Get on your pony and ride, little girl. Get on your pony and ride.
Okay, I like that one. I like that one. On a scale of 1
Yes.
to 10, what would you give that, Miss Veronica?
10.
11.
Okay. What would you give that?
Yeah, I'd give it a 10 too. It looks
What about you, Sandy?
I give it 159.
Mark Christian, what would you give it?
At least 9 inches.
Okay, 9 inches. He would give you, and he has 9 inches, by the way, so he could be accurate there. Now, let's bring out the next one.
Some more original stockroom.com
I'm gonna get
designs.
the-
We got
yep.
the latex teddy and a latex brief.
Yeah. Get up there for daddy, bitch, and they shake your little tush.
And
for
today you're
daddy
not
like
the only
that.
one wearing a latex glove. She has 2 of them, as you can see. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You should get me some.
We'll get you some.
I love this guy in a Hugo Boss suit, a gorgeous shirt, the hair coiffed to the nines, beautiful pair of shoes, and this is the junk he's.
That's how you get your money, honey.
Money?
This
That
putting
is
out
rich.
CDs.
And you don't see him out here looking like some sort of like a freak and a schlepper. No, honey.
No.
He's got the shit turned out.
Exactly.
Okay, do we have one more?
Precisely.
Okay, we have one more.
Interesting.
Let's bring the next one out and see what they're wearing. Oh! Wow!
Another one of our
That
original designs.
is hot. I am blown away. Veronica, what would you give this one? 12. What would you give that one?
-7.
-7. Sandy, what do you give
I
that?
give him 2,000.
For effort.
Because there's something oddly erotic about him.
It's not odd.
Yeah, it is. And Mark, what would you give him?
I'm beyond words.
Beyond words. If you're really nice,
Or
Mark might
numbers.
give you 9 inches. So we got to say goodbye. I want to tell you, what is it? Give us the website again.
Stockroom.com.
Okay, and you guys really do have some cool stuff. It's
Yeah.
like you, in all seriousness, you guys are the top of the line in this business.
Thank you.
And
I love him. Thank you. I agree. I'm
Yeah.
very
not
serious.
gonna disagree,
Can I ask
no.
you this? Jesus, are you bringing us something?
Oh yes, for our children, my flock, my sheep, I'm bringing them some gifts from JT Stockroom. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh,
Thank you.
And you can have the white leather tighty whities.
there you go.
That'd be hot.
See, you know, can I just say this? The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Does
And
he?
this is the most mysterious way I've seen thus far. So you've got to come back and see us sometime.
Anytime.
Can I tell you this? You're a really sexy guy.
He's hot, right?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that, but it's good to know.
Do you swing on the hetero pole or do you swing on the homo pole?
I've been known to describe myself as straight but not narrow.
Uh-huh.
And maybe on the edge of being queer.
Okay.
Or the queer edge.
So here's the bottom line.
came prepared.
Do you have any interest in coming to my dressing room and making out with me? No sex, just making out, tongue on tongue.
No.
Okay. That's honest. Then we have to say goodbye to you. And that's the end of that. And we're going to sell some other products, including these. And we'll be right back after this.
Since the first time his nice Jewish mother played the entertainer on their tinny old Baldwin piano, Jim Bianco has had music running through his veins. He's gearing up to tour Japan early next month and then the U.S. in April. Please welcome Jim Bianco and his band.
a marinara dress, stiletto heels, and a cross across your chest. Come on in, girl, you're sure looking pretty. The sheets are clean, but the mind is dirty. Straight from my lips, goodness gracious. Oh, how love is blind. It's deaf and dumb and crippled and unkind. If you show me yours, turn around, kind of man, some slack. I didn't drag you here to tickle your back. No, straight from my lips, goodness gracious. Yeah. Come on, shake it, girl. Yeah. I could see how the music moves you. Imagine what mine can do. Straight from my lips, creature. Come on, shake it, girl. I can't.
Amazing. Are you Jim?
I'm Jim, yeah.
Jim. And this is, guys, gather around. Come on. Gather around the homo. He doesn't bite. He doesn't bite unless invited to. That was really cool. I was just asking Sandy, I said, what do you think? And it's just like kind of Tom Waits-ish, but very original.
Thank you.
Very original. Great voice.
Thank you.
So when are you guys headed to Japan?
February 1st.
How long are you going to be there?
3 weeks.
Cool.
Thank you.
How you speak any Japanese?
Nil.
Nil. Yeah. Yeah. Doi tashimashite.
Yeah.
Arashimasu. I know how to order.
You'll
Let me teach you how to order a beer.
You'll understand and you'll get into it.
Biru onegai shimasu, which means give me beer. And if I'll write that down for you, it's all you'll need to know, really, once you're there. Do you do anything other than chew gum?
I play drums as well, yeah.
You play drums and chewing gum.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously. That's very cool. And what's your name?
Jason.
Jason, what's your name?
Kenny.
Kenny. And what's your name?
Brad.
Matt.
Joe.
What is that little horn?
Yeah, what is that?
Come pocket trumpet.
Oh, that
is
into the mic.
adorable.
Nothing to do with size, it's how you use it.
That is not
Yeah,
the truth.
that is true. That's a
Nice
well,
old sax.
In this situation,
Groovy sax.
we'll agree with
The
that.
whole thing is groovy.
Yeah.
You know what I love about this band? They're not young.
Yeah.
They're not kids. They're cute. They're sexy. They're fresh. Yeah, I'm not. Listen, you're not old, but you're not like 18. You're not dumb. You've been around. Look, see, you can handle yourself. Jim Bianco was clutching his guitar.
Yeah, look at him.
With an intensity.
And you know what? They're very studly.
That's what I mean.
You know what it is?
They're hot.
Here's the thing. We got to say goodbye, but I want to just say this.
I wouldn't have come over to them.
Yeah, here's the thing. I want to say this to them, though.
I've been drawn over
They
to
have
them.
given me faith.
Hours and
They have
hours.
restored my faith in the heterosexual community. And
Yeah,
that's what they
I
have
agree.
done. You really have.
They are
and with
hot,
that in mind,
hot.
buy these products, and we'll be right back. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. What an incredible, incredible evening we've had this evening. You know, everything's brighter when Sandra Bernhard is here. And it's been bright in an intellectual kind of way.
It really
This
has.
show, as I've mentioned before, is more than just a wacky show. It's a learning experience. No child left behind and no drug left behind. And we're going to start asking, we want to find out what everyone's taking away from the show tonight. And we're going to start with you, my friend MARC CHRISTIAN. What is the one thing you have learned tonight on this show?
That I'm really insane for being here.
Yeah, really insane for being here.
And I thank you for that. I needed to be liberated from my normalcy.
Okay, very good. And Joel, what about you? What have you learned tonight, other than the fact that you're not going to make out with me in my dressing room?
I've learned that Sandra Bernhard has the same rare talent that I've always had, which is to be able to look at any sex toy and immediately know what it's for.
Ah!
And so,
That's really something.
If it hadn't been for comedy, maybe I'd have a competitor, but fortunately,
What have I learned tonight?
Path.
I've learned that people who give and share such beautiful works of art inspire me, and that I'm totally blown away by the band.
Yeah.
And I've
cool?
found it my new favorite band. I think
Jim
that's what I've
Bianco.
learned about music and the beauty of
Now,
it.
Veronica, what have you learned?
Some kick-ass shirts.
Yeah, he sure does.
Uh-huh.
And Bin Laden, what have you learned?
Yeah, Laden, yeah.
Laden, Bin Laden.
I think I have to make a decision between pink or brown.
Yeah, I bet you're pink. Rob?
I learned putting this outfit on that I really need to trim up my bush.
Yeah, you do need to trim the bush. Okay, thank you guys so much. You know who's going to take us out? My new best friends.
And the best band
My best
in the
band,
world.
My new best friends, the Jim Bianco Band. Guys, thank you so much.
Yay!
Take us out for the night. Come back and see us tomorrow night for more Queer Edge. Take it, boys.
Bet my only nickel, my fancy will be tickled when you're riding on a bicycle, sucking on a popsicle. Get what I can, I may never get it again. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a pussycat, rolling in a Cadillac, barking like a maniac, baby. When you're coming back, never again, never again. Oh, this is your last shot, never again. I'll get what you have, not again. Pull out all the stop. Get it while it's hot. Get it while you can, never again. You met your match. She was a hell of a catch. She had a heart. You had a soul patch. It'll leave you if you let it, and never will you get it again. She was a little piece of heaven. You were running late. She's over 747 with California plates. She couldn't